This model is of a boy in a ribbon shirt. So ribbon shirts are not traditional autumn dress. Ribbon shirts has become something that's very frequently seen, especially in singers who are doing the gourd rattle. And so one of the things that inspired me for this model was really growing up and seeing boys in ribbon shirts who are singing as part of community events. As I've been told, the ribbons on the shirts are traditionally colored, and they either represent some type of prayer or they represent something that's very specific to either the creator of the shirt or the person who is wearing it. And so one of the things when we were creating this line of models is we heard from the community that people wanted to see youth engaged. And this is one of the things that I think about when I think about my own childhood. It was very frequent that I would be able to see boys in ribbon shirts whenever we would go to public gatherings, whenever we would go to any type of event where folks were singing. And I wanted to make sure that it was represented here. The inspiration I got from this model is actually from a friend of mine, Ruben. His son, Russ, is involved in singing, an autumn singing group. And he sent me a picture of him because I was trying to look around for boys in ribbon shirts, and I was trying to figure out the history behind it as well. And his son is wearing one in this photo that I have as an inspiration, and I use that to help design the model with the permission of Ruben and his son, of course. And I think it came out really well. It's a less detailed version than the other models that I have, but I really think that it's cool to see kind of this more modern figure and seeing him dressed with some Nikes on and the gourd in his hand. So it's something that I really enjoy. But I did get a lot of feedback from the community that ribbon shirts are not traditional. We didn't used to wear them. And I think this is one of those areas where we have to recognize that culture does evolve and change, and the way that we dress is a part of that. Yes, we didn't used to wear ribbon shirts traditionally, but it's something that's been taken up, and a lot of men and boys are wearing them today. As I understand it, the practice comes from either pan-indigenous, where in the powwow circuit, there's a lot of ribbon shirts and ribbon skirts that are worn, or potentially it comes from down south in Mexico and in that region where ribbons on your clothing was also a very popular way to have kind of more festive clothing or more formalized clothing. But either way, it doesn't matter to me that much where it came from. I just remember seeing it as a child, and I see it much more frequently today. And I think it's something that's really representative and interesting in our community to showcase the way that we're changing. He said culture is not static. The way that we dress is not static. And I think that it's a really interesting look into the way that our society and our community has changed. Now, as for the model itself, this model is really easy to print, both on resin and in FDM or in plastic. And so one of the things that I really enjoy about it is that it's a very accessible model for people to print, that a lot of folks will be able to relate to it because it's something that you see, especially in modern day.